Hey guys, I am so excited. Our very first Grit and Grace call in 2022. And we have some new people on our call, which is really exciting. I've had a chance to connect with many of you, and it is just a joy to see how the Lord grows and how He brings just the right people at the right time. And so I do want to welcome our new people. We have Pam, we have Tracy, we have Heather, and I'm not sure who's on the iPhone. It might be Julia, and she's new as well. But I'm just super excited that you all are here. And I just want to open this call talking about potential. And when we grow our businesses, the first thing that we have to do is find those high potential people, those leaders that have integrity, those leaders that have vision, that are self-motivated. And as their leader, it is vital that we function in building our prospects' mind in knowing that their potential in this business is real and calling out what that potential is. And so even for you ladies who are here, I have been working to get on some coaching calls, setting up goals for this year, and, just calling out that potential that I see in all of you. And everyone is different, but potential is potential. So there's a few notes here that I just wanted to bring out quickly. Potential looks forward with optimism. And I'm telling you that 2022, I am looking forward to this year with great optimism, knowing that the company is in its prime with where our nation is with health, with needing to tend to gut health, as far as growing businesses and people looking for opportunities to work from home. Like, this is the time. They're also going to be rolling out new products, which I know are going to be very prevalent to the needs of our nation. And then also having Brittany being the head of the advisory board. She knows so many things that we just know that are going to grow our businesses very strong this year. And so you're at the right place at the right time with the right team. And God knows that you are where you're at right now for a reason. But honestly, when we tap into our potential and we are wanting to grow as a person, then our businesses are going to grow. And so a lot of times what happens is we just get into action, and we get into more action thinking, oh, this will yield me results. But if we're not putting in that personal growth first, then there isn't that baseline and that foundation. So this year, I really do have a vision for our team to really dig into growth, to really get into books, even if it's slowly, reading one chapter a week. I mean, just really read to grow, really dig in to find more self-awareness of your strengths and of your weaknesses. And then once you become more aware, then you will know how to put those giftings to use in your business to grow it strong. And then you'll find that as you are duplicating and talking about the business more this year, that you will be attracting people like yourself. And so when you're bringing in these new leaders, there's going to be gaps in your team that they're going to fill that you don't have that gifting in. And so calling out that potential that you see in those leaders that are joining your group is what's going to build your team culture. It's going to become your inner circle. And I was talking to a leader about this today. Your inner circle is your core group of leaders that have the same values that you have, but they bring different giftings with them. And so be praying this year for those leaders. Who are those dream teamers that you're praying for, and what are those giftings that you need on your team to bring a complete wholeness to your team? So just for example, Julia is a new join of mine. I used to babysit her kids when I was 15, and she her second oldest son was born with allergies. I mean, he was allergic to everything, and they thought he was going to starve to death because he had nothing to survive on. He's covered in hives, and the Lord, I remember praying for him on our dining room table, and the Lord spoke venison meat and sweet potatoes, I believe. And that is the two things that he survived off of. But she has been studying gut health long before gut health really was a thing. And she's brings so much knowledge to our team, and I'm very excited for you all to meet her. And I had shared that I was hoping to do a team-wide retreat just for Grit and Grace this year, and she would be one of our guest speakers, and just help educate and bring that knowledge to our team. So just to give you some examples, just praying like, Lord, I've got gaps. I'm not a strong person when it comes to products and troubleshooting, but the Lord, he does, he brings and he fills those gaps, and just calling out those strengths in your leaders of how they are a good fit for our team. So potential. It's very exciting when you tap into your potential, when you find those giftings that only you are good at, or gaps that only you can fill. So it's super exciting. This year is going to be really fantastic as we all work towards growth personally. Just think of a tree and all the roots that go out all different directions, right? And that one tree unites together and it grows a really strong trunk. And then off sprouts all the fruit. And so as we all work together to really dig in and grow, I'm really excited for what this year holds. So setting those goals is going to take intentionality. A lot of times we feel boxed in when we have to, when we're approached about setting goals. I remember used to feeling that way. But without a vision, people perish. And without a goal with a business, you will just spin your wheels. So really setting up goals quarterly is what we really want to focus on. And they need to be realistic, but yet they need to scare you at the same time. And so I'm excited to hear what your focus is this year, and then I'll talk about your goals in a separate coaching call. But that's going to be something that we do separately from this call. I made a post the other day about a quote that I thought was really fantastic, but I'm trying to see who said it. Michael de Montaigne. Anybody know who that is? Me either. Okay, but he said, no wind favors him who has no dust in port. And so the worst thing that I can do as a leader is not push you to find that dust in port. Where is it that you would like to see your business be the end of this quarter? Where would you like to see it the end of this year? And so a lot of times we have an assumption gap where we just assume, I'll just do what I can and see where I land, and just assume that I'll be successful. And it's just not a good plan, because it's an accidental finish line, and most likely nobody will reach it when we have no goal. So I would right now love to hear some of your all's goals. No, your focus first, excuse me. So I'll give you 1 minute each just for the sake of time. And if you're less than that, it's okay. But let me unmute. Okay, I'm finding it. Okay, you can unmute yourselves, I believe. Okay, Liz, you are the first one on my screen. Would you like to share your focus for 2022? Is it letting you unmute? Uh-oh. Let me see if I can. No. Okay, 1 second.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay. So, sorry, my kids are crazy tonight. It's not bedtime yet. Okay, so I have a couple of focuses. I have like a two-pronged focus for this year. One is really building my business. I really need this business to work monetarily now for us. So I am very, very focused on my business, and I'm really praying for the Lord to bring me my team people. I have some people on my downline who I would love to step into their strengths and really work this business with me. And I think that they would fit right in and be awesome. But they have not recognized that in themselves yet. And so I can call out what I see in them, but they have to make the decision to walk in it. So I'm praying for the Lord to do that or bring me the people that he wants to bring me. So yes, that we can have a strong branch here in Maine. And I'm excited to start doing events and to continue reaching out to the people that I see that I want to build with, people that have kingdom focus, people that are clear in what they want, and that we're like-minded, and that they'll work hard and be self-motivated. And so my second prong is I am working on myself, because I need to be a strong leader for my team. And I can't be a strong leader if I don't know how to lead or if I'm not strong in myself. So I'm doing some extra coaching, and I think it's going to be so good for my business in understanding how to coach other people, as I'm being coached, understanding myself better and working through my own head and where I get stuck to move on.
So good. So it sounds like a lot of learning self-awareness and taking ownership of your business and treating it like a business. Yeah, so good. Okay, Capricia, can you unmute? No, oh my lands, what am I doing wrong? Okay, maybe. Does that work?
Yep. Okay, so what I wrote down was, I want to get back, basically. The end of last year, I just felt like so much has slipped away in the home and in the business, in me. Everything is just crazy right now. So my word for the year, I picked victorious. At first, overcome came to mind, and then I thought, of course I'm going to overcome with the Lord. We're going to go bigger. It's going to be a victorious year. So I wrote down that I want to focus on re-ranking to Senior Ruby. I lost that, and that was a big hit. But I'm going to work on re-ranking to Senior Ruby. I want to reignite the fire and passion in my builders by reminding those that are dormant and that have been in their season, as I've been in my season. It seems like the builders on my team have all been walking through a season, like we've all been doing it together. So I want to remind the ones that have been in their season why they began the journey, because in my self-reflection, reminding myself why I began this journey has motivated me to get back at doing it. So I want to work on being more organized in my business and in my home life and with the family. Like I said, everything has slacked. Everything has fallen apart, if I'm being honest. So I really need to work on getting all of the pieces of the puzzle to work together in unison. The family, the business, the home, just everything. My personal me, I want to work on being more disciplined. And I want to work on reaching out stronger. And like they said on Monday Night Live, I want to get back to going silver each month personally. I realize that I need to do that. I mean, if I want my team to grow, I have to continue doing that. And then, like Elizabeth said, just continuing to pray for the new leaders. I have a few ambassadors too that I see great potential in. So I've been speaking that out to them, and kind of planting that seed for the ones that I already have. And that's it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work. Got a lot of work to do.
But you have been through, for those who don't know Capricia, she did lose her father to COVID this past couple months ago now, right?
Yeah, 4 months.
So and then they battled COVID at the same time. So there was a lot going on there at the end of this year. So, and yet let's speak to the beauty of this opportunity. You know, you have built a strong business, and during those 4 months, you have received residual income even when you couldn't put in all the effort at that point. And so it was such a gift for you and your family. So it's just picking back up where you stopped and, you know, regaining some ground, but it's totally possible. And I'm so excited for you. Thank you. Okay, Kimberly. Do I have to click this button every time? I might have to click this button.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. Mine is, I want to be focused more on growing personally. This is all still kind of new to me, and I just, I really want to dig in this year into growing and ranking up to gold and further, to really be able, like Liz said, to be able to lead others and to know the proper way in doing that, to be really more organized. And I still at some points have times where I just feel like it's overwhelming because I'm trying to learn that, learn this, and learn that, and how do I do this, and how do I do that, and it's still I'm still learning a lot. So just to spend even a little bit more time. I mean, I do give it a couple hours a day, even with a full-time job, but just to really plug in and get organized and you know, be able to learn so that I can pour into others.
So good. And a lot of times when people first get started with the business, there's a lot to learn. And so it can be very overwhelming. So as leaders, it's important that we have those guides in the Plexus Freedom Team page where we can take them through one video at a time or one guide at a time, and then follow up with your person after each video. That way it's not like tossing videos. This is what I did at Capricia. So I'm saying this from experience. When we first started, I immersed myself in every YouTube video I could possibly find. And I was like, hey, this is so good. Hey, this is so good. And like, she was probably like, stop, I can't breathe. So learn from experience, but now we have the guide set up in the Freedom Team page. And so that I also have a checklist that if you do not have that, I can email it and you can print that out. And there's a checklist that you can go through with every new join who's interested in hearing more about the opportunity. So that Plexus 101 video right at the top, hey, check out this video, and then you can check it off and then keep track to help you stay organized and focused on that person and where they're at. So we got lots of new systems, you know, to introduce instead of overwhelm. But when you do feel the overwhelm, don't hesitate to reach out to Capricia or I, and we can help find a focus and, you know, conquer that focus, and then we can create a new goal once that's mastered. Otherwise, it's just going to be an exhausting year, and we don't want that. So, but very exciting. Organization is going to be a huge part of really moving your business forward. Thank you. Okay, Tracy.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. So I would say my word for the year is consistency, because I started out wavering back and forth. Should I do it? Is it worth my time? That sort of thing. So I have long resolved to be consistent and to move forward with this. So I would say one of my focuses will continue to be personal growth in not just my own personal life, but consistency with daily habits, spiritually, physically, health wise, health related, that sort of thing. But also with the business. I do work 4 days a week, sometimes 5. So it's not the only thing on my plate, and got a lot of kids too. So recently I feel like my focus has shifted a little bit to not just helping people find relief and health, but also looking for people who may want that business opportunity. So in a big way, my focus has shifted towards the opportunity. So that's been neat to see that come into play. And yeah, and I would say my focus is to move forward to rank up to senior silver.
Very exciting. Consistency is a word that is powerful. So, making those small, consistent actions is what's going to compound and yield results over time. So you're very wise and smart. Yes. And then also just sharing the opportunity, that really is what's going to grow our businesses, exponentially, is by casting that vision of what this could mean for those people and their situation and where they're at, and showing them what's possible. So for example, I posted Amy Paul, that post that she had just popped in Dare to Dream group, which I think I added a bunch of people to because I realized not everybody's in there. But to write a check for 124,000 or something, is mind blowing, right? I mean, where we are all at, that is just absolutely out of this world. But they put in the consistent work, and they duplicated, and they rose up leaders, and so now they are yielding the results of complete financial freedom and liberty to give. And so it's available to everybody, and that is the beauty of network marketing. And it's also the beauty of network marketing with Plexus, is that they are generous. There is no income cap. When you hit diamond, you can re-enter under yourself again and get paid twice on your own order. You can sign your husband up under you on your re-entry leg and get paid 3 times on your own order. So it really is phenomenal. So what we have at our fingertips, a lot of times I feel like we just really don't have a clue what we have in our back pocket. And as we learn and grow and see and experience, it becomes more evident to us. And so that's really, really great to hear, Tracy. All right, Rosemary.
My focus is going to be time management, because I have found that last month I could write in my calendar every day from 6:30 to 7:30, I'm going to do Plexus, but I have found that if something pops up, I didn't stick with it. So it's between time management and consistency. And I've been on a roller coaster. I feel sometimes like I'm up and I'm like, yes, I can do this. And I got it. And then I go back down and I'm like, oh, do I really need to do that? Because, I've just been in one of those roller coasters. So I need to be consistent. I need to stick with my time management. And also I'm going to need to work on my confidence, focus on my confidence of reaching out to people. I think I'm really lacking in the confidence area. I'm always afraid, well, I'm going to be bothering them. And I know we're sharing, and I believe in the product because I use it every day, but I still have that thought of, maybe I'm just bothering them, so I've got to get over that. So my focus again is going to be time management, consistency, and working on my confidence, and my word, and I'm still using this word, is intentional. I want to be intentional. I want to be intent on doing this. So
those are some great words. Time management is an easy word to say and a hard one to do. And we can have lots of excuses as to why we can't manage our time. So yes, that's a really great focus, Rosemary. And as far as finding that confidence to share about the opportunity, the best way to build that is by watching Diamond documentaries and building your belief in what this opportunity really could mean. And fixing your focus on the person and not on yourself. So it's fear driven, it's scarcity driven when we are focused on what that person is going to think about me. But when we can turn that around and focus on that person, figure out what their needs are, figure out where they're at in life. What is it that they're hungry for? What is a dream in their heart that they're just dying to really experience? And it's when you tap into their heart and tap into their life, that's where you're going to strike a chord. And I've shared this a few times, but when Brittany did my welcome call, she had asked me, what would $500 or $1,000 mean for you a month? And she had no idea that I had just lost thousands of dollars to a kitchen cabinet job and was fighting for my health. And what that meant to me meant life. It meant if I can work from home and be with my kids and earn $500 a month, like that's life changing for our family. And so us holding back out of fear is really rooted in selfishness when we know what is available to people and what it could truly mean for them. But we're not always going to know until we cast that vision and we ask them and bring up that conversation. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Okay, Heather, are you able to speak while you're driving? If not, it's okay. I'll take that as a no. Okay, Pam, are you able to unmute? Oh, I see Heather.
Yes.
Is now a good time, Heather? I need to unmute you.
Okay, I'm just in the car because I'm at one of my daughter's club volleyball practices. A little bit of back and forth. So my focus this year is, my word for this year is present, and being present no matter what station it is, whether it has to do with Plexus, whether it has to do with personally, with my husband, with my kids, with the people that are a part of the congregation my husband serves, just to really be focused when I'm there, to really be there and not to be distracted by the million things that are so easy to be distracted by. And I think that that is also really going to play out in how I just how I choose to do Plexus, because I think that it definitely can be more, and it has not. Personally, it has, and what I've seen and the results that I'm seeing for myself, which I love. But even being able to share those in a way, as you were just talking about, Kayleen, hearing other people's heart and really what they're needing, not what it had done for me. And I think that's the case. Yeah, just whether it comes to spiritually, anything, honestly, is just we're connecting with people. So present is what it's going to be for me and my focus. And that may look a little bit different in how my goals are playing out through the quarter, but I'll figure that out.
So good. Being present in the moment is powerful. And, and it speaks to our customers as well. Like when I'm on the phone with Heather and her people, Heather is investing so much in those people. Like it's not taking advantage of people for her to rank up or to earn financial income from Plexus. It's because she cares about them and they know that she cares about them. And she's probably one of the most intentional people that I have worked with when it comes to valuing relationships to the degree that she does. And it just gives me so much respect for her. And it is how network marketing is to be done, right? It's about the other person. And when we care about them, that is setting a foundation that is going to grow a strong business. And in her case, it's going to probably be a slower growth because of where she's putting her time. And it's okay, it's fast growth, slow growth, but either one is growth, and it's beautiful. And so I'm super proud of her. I'm super blessed to have her on our team. So thanks for sharing that. And that's just something that, we all need to work on, is being present in the moment with whoever we're with. So thanks, Heather. Okay, Pam. Sorry to cut you off, Pam. I thought Heather was driving, so I thought I better let her talk if she could talk. Let's see if I can. Are you there, Pam? Okay. There she is. Can you unmute? Can you unmute now? I'm pressing all my buttons.
There you go.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. My lighting in my room is not very good. So that's the reason why I just don't have the video on at all.
That's fine. What's your focus for
I look. Oh, I was about to say, I was listening to everybody else's and everybody's really got good ones. Mine kind of goes along a little bit with Rosemary's, according to I need to get out of my comfort zone and get talking to, the potential customers, business leaders that I want to be able to grow my business with. I just haven't been able to, do very well in everything, and it's nobody's fault but my own. So more or less that I need to stop making excuses and put myself into it to be able to try to do what I can. And I've more or less figured out that, I need to start watching the training videos now, since Monday was my last day at my job that I was, talking to you about and everything, that seemed to be taking so much craziness out of me and everything. So I finally did what I needed to do. And I've got another job, but it's not like, every day. So that there is some days that when, everybody's gone to school and my husband's gone to work during the week and everything, that I'll be able to, work on myself and work on my business and everything, so that I'll have some time to myself. So hopefully that should help a load. So that's my main focus is, to make sure that I can, get this business going and everything and know exactly what I want to do.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's just life, figuring out how to manage our time and prioritizing what's most important and fitting in everything else in our nooks and crannies. So thanks everybody for sharing. I love all of these. And the last few minutes, I would like to just give a little bit of direction on the best way to grow your business is by sharing the opportunity with every new join. And so setting up welcome calls with every new join within the first 24 to 48 hours. So this time frame is super important to the growth of your business because one, when somebody signs up with Plexus, everything is fresh on their mind of what this could potentially mean for their health. Second thing is they're excited and excitement fades. And so it's really important that we capitalize on that excitement while they're still excited about it, they're energized and they're interested in everything that you have already shared with them has been great. And so you just continue to feed them while they are still primed and ready to learn. And then once we do those welcome calls, which we all should be talking about, sharing with 3 people. Okay, and so the power of 3 is going to be key. And what's going to be very important for you as leaders is to work to develop a silver. For those who are gold and above, it really is possible to do that once a month. Having 3 new joins a month is possible. If you're working your business consistently daily, doing your daily reach outs, your posting, you know, once you get that going consistently, then you will have people coming through your funnel consistently. And so those joins will be coming in. Now, I have gone through this where I've had seasons where I'm like, shoo, I'm not feeling this IPA thing. And I slowed down or I stopped. And I had those seasons where those joins were not coming in. And so consistency is key when it comes to this, so that you can continually be filling your funnel with new people and just sharing the potential of, we all know 3 people. If somebody tells you they don't know 3 people, they're living in a hole and it ain't true. They have running water, they know people. And so, you know, if it's mom, sister, best friend, you know, somebody at church, you know, people know people. And so just starting to have them think outside of themselves and asking for an accountability partner or spouse, or, you know, making a list of 10 people. But when we start duplicating and working in the power of 3, and we're developing silvers, that's what's going to grow your business, because there's always going to be attrition. Okay, there's always going to be people who, for some reason or another, aren't going to stick with the journey. The timing wasn't right, or finances aren't in the right place. You know, there's always going to be attrition to some degree. But as long as we are working to take care of our people and treat them well, and we're continuously having new people come into our organization, that's where the growth is going to happen. Otherwise, we will be spinning our wheels and feeling very stuck and frustrated. So gold and above, what we really want to be working towards is, once we develop a silver, we then want to work towards them going gold. So gold development is what's going to be key to get you from gold and ruby to senior ruby and emerald, is developing golds. So that's going to be more of a leadership level. You're going to want to raise up leaders on your team. And so this is going to be a future step that you're going to need to be continually working towards doing. So we have Gold Mastermind that is happening this year on Plexus Freedom Team. And so those of you who are not gold yet, you want to get to gold soon if you can. That would be a really fantastic goal for the end of Q1. So what that means is, Capricia, help me, is it 50 points? No, is it 50 points? So reaching 50 points will get you to gold, and you can join the mastermind program, which is going to help take you to the next level in your business. And we also have gold coaching weekly, where the sapphires and above coach you through everyday life of coaching through the business. So lots of fun things to look forward to and to put on your goal chart there. But does anybody have any questions? We have a few minutes left and I don't want to cut you off. Okay, well, this was really great. I would like to pull an April. If anybody knows who April is, she always does a boomerang. So all you do is just do a fun little motion. Hi, Shar. You're gonna be cute in that boomerang. But just for our Happy New Year. So 3, 2, 1. So fun. Love that you all were on here. Thank you so much for your time. And for those local, I will see you at Super Saturday. If you're not registered, make sure you're registered because they do send you some fantastic stuff in the mail. And if you can't attend, you can stream it at your own house. But that's going to be really, really great. So thank you all. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye, girls.
Bye.